Yeah, good day everyone. Bitramina Mina Foster. My name is Foster Menam as Foster. Bitolaga Kina Foster. So, guys, today I want to demonstrate to you how you can create a movement using VSDC video editor. Let's get straight to the tutorial. So the first thing you want to do, you have to make sure that you've got a program installed in your PC. If you don't have one, then you can download one, then install it to go and use today. Then I'll select on it and the program will start running on that one. And if you can check, this is the backstage view of the program. So on the backstage view, that's where you have a blank project, create the slideshow. You have got import content. You also have video capture and as well as the by screen capture. So but just because we want to create our own project, right, then we'll click on the blank project that shows us that we want to create our own project, which means it's a new project. Then you can select on that one, and this pop-up window will come out on the pop-up window. That's where you come and indicate the project title. As to, it's up to you. Or say for instance, because we just want to focus on the issue of moving an object, and then I'll give my project as movement. Then you can ignore you can ignore the rest. Then as long as you have given the name to your project, it's still gonna be fine. Even if you didn't fill up some other spaces, the project will still enables you to be able to continue working. So I'll click finish, and then this is the area where you're supposed to work on, right? We refer to this area as the parent area. That's where everything is happening. If you want to actually edit a video, you have captured the video somewhere else, and then you want to edit it. And this is the area whereby you are going to be able to work on everything, and you've got all the tools that are provided for you to be able to to do the editing. Ever you want to apply any other stuff to your programs, then here are the appropriate tools that you're gonna go through. So as to what tool you use to apply on certain things, that depends on what is it that you're actually working on. Then those tools so out of these tools that you can see, or maybe which you are currently citing, you can see we've got the tool that says add rectangle. Then you select on it, and then I want my rectangle to start from the cursor position. So here is my cursor. So which means if I allow it to start from the cursor position, which means my rectangle is going to be applied from where my cursor is located. In the meantime, so, and that's exactly what I want to do. And some other stuff that you can see here, it says you can start from the scene. So when you start from the scene, which means you start from the beginning, which means it's the same location as where my cursor is. So you can as well insert your rectangle to the end of the scene, meaning you want it to be exactly at the end of the scene. Now you can select OK. So because I've selected on my rectangle, and then I've indicated that I want my rectangle to start from where the cursor is located. So now you can see now my cursor point now is changed into a cross. So which means it tells me that there is something that I've applied, or maybe there's an object that I've applied. If it's a text, then it will indicate in such a manner. So many objects that are in the programs on the tools that you currently see, then they will just come and appear in such manner. So then I do what, and then I would like to click and drag to, because it's a tool that I have, or I mean, like it's an object that I've selected that I want to work on. So I click and drag to make the size of as well change the color into a different types of color, into a different type of color. So say for instance I want to make it red, then I can select, then as you can see it will change into red. So if you want to change the line color, then you have got the tool that says line tool, so you can change the color to that. As say for instance you give it to white, so as you have given it to white, you see the line color, it's not clearly transparent, right? So after you have selected that, similar applies to when you have applied the color or the brush color or the color of the object on it, or on its own, or a fill color or a bucket tool color. So if you have selected such thing, then if you have applied such things, then you can, I mean, like if you have applied the color, you can apply the color, and then from there you can come to your right hand side here. As you can see, we have got a place whereby you can increase the thickness of the color. Then you come on the heading that says transparency. Actually you are on the heading that says rectangle object settings, so meaning you're going to deal with the settings of that particular rectangle. Then you, under the rectangle, you've got the pen. A pen is that one. As you can see, you have applied as white color. Then now on the below pen, then you have got transparency. It's whereby you are going to make your transparency has got anything to do with the clear view of something, the clear display of a certain thing, something that it's more transparent. It's something that it's easy, it's easy to see. It's something that you don't seek to see it, you just, it's right away, then you see it right there, right? So that thing is transparent. So in terms of that one will come on the thickness, I mean to say, in terms of the thickness, we just want to increase the points in terms of the thickness of our pen color, so that it can be able to appear very well, so that it can be able to be transparent and we see it clearly. So I'll come and increase the points on them, on my transparency, and then from there then I'll come and click outside. Now as you can take a look, you see a clear a column of my pen tool. Now we want to create a movement on this object, right? So all we are going to do, in terms of creating a movement, is whereby it's up to you where you want the movement of that particular shape to come from, which position to which position. Then I will click on this one as you, so that you can be able to see. Then it takes me to the same location. So now I want my shape to move from right to left. So it's right to left. I want it to move from right to the center of my parent, right? So now first and foremost, before I create a movement, then I'm going to drag it from the location, I mean to the location where I want it to start from. I can even put it here, right? Immediately I put it here, that there will be a horizontal scroll bar here, right, which can enable you to be able to do something like that. You see, you do that because you want everything to appear on your screen. So or you want to be able to see everything clearly. Now I need to make a movement. I want this shape to make a movement from this position to this position, right? So from left, I mean from right to center. So what I'm going to do now, as I have taken it to the position where I want it to start from, then I come to my tools here, right? As you can see, all these tools, then we've got different types of tools, but the tool we are looking for is this one, the tool that says this tool. It's a movement tool. The moment you click on it, and then on this one, then I click okay. So after clicking okay, now you take a look on the my rectangle. There's a certain point right on the midst of my right on the midst of my rectangle. There is a certain point there. That point, because I've selected my movement. Remember I said, if you see, even my cursor has changed into a cross. Remember I said when you select a certain thing there, right, then it changes your cursor into a cross, and that's going to be up to you, how you want to work now. So I mean, like how what is it, not how actually, like what is it that you actually want to create as a graphic designer, because here we are dealing with graphics, so you need to design your graphics so that they look into something that looks meaningful according to yourself, right? So this is what you are going to do. As you can see now, you come into a right angle, and then you go straight to the point that came out after you've selected the movement. So you click with the left click and hold, and then you drag it to the position of your choice. As you can see now, I'm taking it right to be in the middle of my parent. So this is where I want my shape to move from to. So I wanted it to move from left to right. So that's the reason why I'm giving such direction. So let's give it a try. Let's give it a play and see what will be what's gonna be happening, right? And then when I play it, you will see my rectangle now will start taking a movement from where it was to another location. So that's what's gonna be happening. That's the first thing that you're gonna do. So as you can see now, by movement, the movement of my project, I mean, like the movement of my object is too slow. It seems like it takes long from where it is and then to the to where it to a desired destination, right? So if it's like that, now after you have inserted your movement, or after you've applied your movement, this is what came up, right? So you got this yellow point. So this yellow point is the one that controls how fast, how slow your object should go. So you can do that to make them move slower, meaning what you are to move fast. What you should do is to ensure that you drag this to this position. You see, when you drag it to this position, now let me give you an example with this point. So because it's a very small space, right? Meaning it won't take long for your cursor to do what, to run from here up until to here. It will, within a blink of an eye, may at some point it can come and reach here, because here it's almost 1 second, and it's almost 1.6 seconds, right? Yeah. So which means it's 1 second and 600 millisecond, right? So what's going to happen if I can hit play here? You see now my cursor, I mean, like my shape start to increase, then they start to increase them the speed of its movement. Why? Because the space now is too small. It has to rush a little bit, because at some point my cursor may not take long to reach here. That's the reason why it has to increase a little bit speed, because now my movement will end on this yellow point here, right? So once my cursor reaches here, meaning this object must already be there, right? So that's how what is happening, right? So if you want it to move a little bit faster, and then you take it closer, the moment you hit, and then here we go, here we go, here we go, right? So simple as that. That's how you do. That's what you do, just like that. So if you feel like you want it to move in a moderate pace, there we go, there we go. So you have applied a movement into your parent, right? So after all, then you can stop your play, then you go back to your score, whereby you've got your only one rectangle now that shows everything. So you select on that, and then this is how it's going to go. And then in order for you to see it very well, as to after you have saved it, how is it going to appear when you play with any other player that is designed to play the videos and all that. You can as well do that within the program VSDC video editor. All you need to do is to go on top here and select on scene. From the scene, then you can preview it. Then that it's going to play just like that. So you can keep starting it from scratch, and then that's what you can see. So you can as well drop your questions down there, because we are no longer going to just because of time and all that. And then we are no longer going to continue giving an example with other stuffs, because it's just the very same process. All you need to do is to, if it's a text, and then you type a text, drag it and place it in the position where you want it to move from to, then you just create a movement just like that. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more videos, then you can drop your question down there. Then we'll look at those questions and work on whatever the questions are relevanting us to. Then don't forget to subscribe and hit that clock button. It's very much important, because that helps you to quickly find the notifications of any video that we're going to be applying on YouTube. Thank you.